Welcome back to Star Trek Panic. I'm doing a complete 3-player playthrough. We're using Scotty, Sulu, and Chekov for this one. And up next is Sulu. So let's just take a look quickly at the turn order and see what's going to happen. So Sulu's going to draw up and then reveal new mission if required, which is not going to happen. So Sulu has 3 cards right now: Titanium, Medium Front Range Phasers, and Dilithium. And he gets to drop 2 cards. So he draws Triox Compound. Play this card and discard 1 other card to draw 3 Enterprise cards and add them to your hand. That's pretty powerful stuff. And another Titanium. Repair 1 hull. Or with Dilithium to rebuild 1 destroyed hull or shield. So there you have it. That was his draw up. Reveal new mission. We're still trying to take out the Space Amoeba. Trade a card. Well, I think we're going to do a trade a card. Or am I? Yes, he's going to do trade a card. He's going to take this card, Long Range Rear Phasers, from Chekov. And he's going to give Chekov one of the Titanium cards. And so that's trade card. And now it is time for him to play cards and maneuver. So what's he going to do? Well, we're going to be using the Dilithium, of course, for our mission. And we're going to use 1 hit card. So he's going to have to commit these to the mission. So we're not going to be playing those right at the moment. I don't know if Triox Compound, play this card and discard another card to draw 3 Enterprise cards, add them to your hand. I don't know if that's really... Yeah, so I think, you know what, I think he's going to do that. So play this card and discard 1 other card. So he's going to take this, and he's going to take the Titanium, and discard the 2 of those, and that allows him to draw 3 more cards. So he draws 1, 2, Yeoman Rand special card, and 3. Okay, this is good, this is good. So he picks up Yeoman Rand, draw 2 Enterprise cards and add them to your hand. I think he's got enough Enterprise cards now. Now it's time for him to, he's still playing cards and maneuvering. And the first thing he's going to do is play this card, Long Range Side Phasers. Well, with playing that card, he is able to hit the Romulan Battlecruiser for 1, knocking it down to only 1 hit point. And now Sulu's special ability, of course, is he can maneuver twice. And so he's going to maneuver once this way, counterclockwise. Then he's going to play long-range rear phasers because the Romulan battlecruiser is now within long range, and that will destroy it. And he has 2 maneuvers, don't forget. That's a special ability. And the second one is to move forward. So that's going to bring the Space Amoeba up into short range. So that's exactly what he needs. He's not going to play any other cards. And now he has finished playing cards and maneuvering. So let's go over to, well, he's still playing cards and maneuvering because he's going to play these cards on the mission. And then he's going to check the mission status. So let's go and play those cards on the mission and then check the mission status. Okay, so here we are at the mission. Now Sulu is going to play this hit card on the mission. So now we have 2 hit cards assigned to the mission, and we needed 1 dilithium, and he's playing 1 dilithium. So now we have all the cards, and we are in fact in short range of the Space Amoeba. So what we do is we've committed our 2 attack cards. The dilithium, this completes the mission, launching an antimatter charge into the amoeba's chromosome-like body. So we've destroyed it. So we've completed this mission. Excellent. Our reward, you may repair and or rebuild up to 2 shield sections. So that's excellent. So we finished our second mission. So can we see that there? So 2 missions of 5 completed, so that's excellent. And our reward is we get to rebuild 2 shields. So that's actually perfect. So let's go back to the board and we'll just reset this to 0. These then would be discarded for having completed the mission. Back to our board to have threats, move, and fire, and we'll get our reward rebuilding those 2 shields. Okay, so we get our rewards, and that means we get to rebuild 2 shields. So we've blown up the Space Amoeba. It is destroyed, completing the mission with 2 missions completed. And we have 2 completely destroyed shields. We get to rebuild them. So we get to put those 2 shields back in place fully shielded again. All right, so far, however this has happened, we now have no damaged shields, no damaged hull sections. We've completed 2 missions. And now we're into Sulu's threats, move, and fire. Well, there are no threats on the board at all, so that's not going to happen. We draw 2 new threats. So, not too bad. All right, our first threat is a Klingon bird of prey. Now, we haven't had a cloaking, well, we had 1 cloaking ship come up, we destroyed it. It comes out into 3. And so we haven't actually moved a cloaking ship. So when cloaking ships appear, they appear uncloaked. And then when they move, if they move, they will move 1 and cloak, and they flip over. So that's how they operate. If they're cloaked, then they move either left or right, or clockwise, counterclockwise, stay where they are, and then fire. So that's how they work. We haven't really had that happen yet because we've been able to destroy them before they were able to move. All right, enough talking. Threat number 1. Threat number 2 for Sulu, we get another Klingon battlecruiser. Wow, there's a lot of Klingon battlecruisers around here, and it also comes out in 3. So we have a lot of firepower sitting there. That's not good. All right, up next is going to be Chekov. All right, it's Chekov's turn. Chekov has 4 cards. We're into the draw up, so he's going to draw 1 card. So he draws Hypo Spray, and it says search the discard pile for 1 security team and add it to your hand, or you can commit this as 1 medical credit. All right, so let's quickly take a look at the cards in his hand. Once more, medium range rear, 2 medium range rears, a long range front, Tritanium, and his recently picked up Hypo Spray. All right, now looking at the way of the turn. So he's just drawn up. Now we need to reveal a new mission, and we just completed a mission on Sulu's turn, so we will be revealing a new mission. So let's go over to the mission area and see what we're going to be doing next. Okay, it is time to reveal a new mission. So we've completed 2, and what mission are we going to be doing next? Oh, this does not sound good. The Doomsday Machine, an ancient planet-killing starship, has crippled a Federation ship and is attacking the Enterprise. Okay, I'm going to put it again down here. I hope it is not glaring and we can read it. And let's see what it says. It says there's no time limit. Well, I guess that's good. Roll the die and place the Doomsday Machine token in that long-range sector. During the threat's move and fire phase, the Doomsday Machine moves clockwise 1 sector, not forward, and fires a 2 damage attack. The Doomsday Machine is immune to Enterprise attacks. Well, okay. How are we going to destroy it? Let's have a look here. It must tell us about a mission objective. Players must commit 1 engineering credit, 1 science, 1 command, 1 tritanium, and 1 dilithium to complete the mission, thus rigging a crippled Federation ship as a giant bomb to destroy the Doomsday Machine. Okay, well, I can see that being tricky. This is going to be a pretty nasty beast to have to deal with. Alright, so let's get that on the board and see where it's going to show up. Alright, enter the Doomsday Machine, and it is going to show up in Sector 3. Alright. So it's going to be moving, it said clockwise every time, and firing twice at the Enterprise. So that's going to be pretty tricky to avoid. We're just going to have to take 2 hits every time. Okay, that is reveal a new mission. Now let's trade a card. And Chekov can trade a card, but is he going to bother? I don't think he is going to bother trading a card with anyone. There's not much point. So he's just going to keep his 5 cards, play cards, and maneuver. Well, I think it's pretty simple. He's going to maneuver once this way. And so now everything is in the forward arc. Now, of course, we can't attack the Doomsday Machine. We have to commit cards to the mission in order to complete it. And unfortunately, we don't have a whole heck of a lot of cards for him to commit at this moment. But he is going to start playing cards, he's done his maneuver. He's going to play long-range fire front phasers. And it's one hit long range. Of course, Chekov's special ability is he gets to add one hit to one target. So this is going to do 2 damage to one of these. And I know we're never going to see cloaked ships happening, but I think we're going to take down the bird of prey. That takes 2 hit points, and so Chekov is able to destroy it. Now, playing other cards. I think the only other card Chekov's going to play is he's going to commit the Tritanium to the mission. Now, remember, we needed a security, a science, a command, a Tritanium, and dilithium. So he's going to commit the 1 Tritanium to it. And now we can't use this one because this is actually a medical, not a science. So we wouldn't be able to commit that card. So Chekov's finished playing cards and maneuvering. And now we check the mission status. But there's not really a point. We have not completed the mission. So I just can bring this up quickly here. We have not got all of the parameters in place to complete the mission. And so what's just going to happen is the Doomsday Machine is going to move clockwise and hit twice. And that's all that's going to happen. And remember, there's no timer on Doomsday Machine. It's just going to stay there and pound on us until we can eventually get rid of it. So that's basically check mission status. Now it's threats, move, and fire. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. So the Klingon is going to move 1 ahead, and it's going to fire onto our forward shields. And so that's going to put a damage token on that shield. And the Doomsday Machine is going to move clockwise 1 sector, not forward, and fires a 2 damage attack. So it's going to move over here. So it doesn't move forward, it just moves clockwise 1 and fires a 2 damage attack. And that's going to be enough to blow down our front shield here. So that has been destroyed or taken down by the Doomsday Machine. So this could be bad news. That's threats, moving, and firing. Nothing else is happening, so now we're on to the draw 2 new threats. So things are going downhill fast. What do we have here? A magnetic storm. Roll the die and rotate the Enterprise. 1 to 3, 1 sector counterclockwise. 4 to 6, 1 sector clockwise. So not only are we being pounded on by the Doomsday Machine, we're in a storm now. So 1 to 3, 1 sector counterclockwise. So we're going to move counterclockwise 1 sector. Okay, so we've spun around a little bit. That was threat token number 1 for Chekov, and threat token number 2, another special. A lot of specials in this. Electromagnetic storm. Roll a die. If the sector has no shield, it deals 1 damage to that hull section. So the only thing we don't want to roll is a 3. We roll a 2, and I think we're okay because it says if the sector has no shield, it deals 1 damage to that hull. So we did have a shield here, a damaged one, so we're not going to take the hull damage. All right, so that was a bit of a breather. That is going to end Chekov's turn. And now we will be going over to Scotty. All right, so Scotty's up. Scotty has 2 cards, Security Team and Short Range Phasers Any Facing. Now we do have the command credit at the bottom and engineering credits. So we're probably going to need these, but Scotty gets to draw 3 cards. So he draws medium range front phasers, Tritanium. Come on, where's the dilithium? And more Tritanium. We have Tritanium coming out the yin-yang, which is okay because we can also commit it as a science credit. So the only thing we're missing for our mission, by the look of it, is the dratted dilithium, which may be hard to come by. I think we've had a lot of dilithium cards already in the game. We're going to do a trade. So the next thing up is reveal new mission. Well, we're not doing that. Trade a card. Scotty's going to give his 1 Tritanium card to Sulu, who is then going to give Scotty Yeoman Rand. And Yeoman Rand says, draw 2 Enterprise cards and add them to your hand. or you can commit them as any division. Well, I don't need them for any division, honestly, so I think Scotty now, after he's traded his card, is going to play Yeoman Rand, and he will be able to get 2 more cards to his hand. So another attack card and another attack card. All right, so he's played that card, so it's maneuvering and playing cards. And so, yeah, this is not the greatest. So Scotty's going to play this first, medium range front phasers. We're going to do 1 damage to the Klingon battlecruiser, knocking it to 2. And then what does he want to play? Not much else. He's going to maneuver. We need to maneuver because the Doomsday Machine is going to keep going clockwise and pounding on our shields. And I think, well, before Scotty maneuvers, during his play cards and maneuver phase, he gets to repair 1 shield or hull section. So we're going to repair that shield damage. That's Scotty's special ability without playing a card. And now he's going to maneuver. And I think he's going to maneuver the ship this way, because if we can get to the star base, we can do a lot of healing, and we're going to be continuously pounded on by the Doomsday Machine until we can get rid of it. And now he's still playing cards. So let's go over to the mission objective, and he's going to be playing these 3 cards to it, which is not going to complete it, but it's going to be helping out quite a bit. So let's go over, and we're still in play cards, but right up after that, we're going to check the mission status. All right, this is a tough one. All right, Scotty has these 3 cards that he's going to commit to the mission. So we needed 1 command, so he's going to commit 1 command card. Try to do these in order. And we needed an engineering card. He's committing that one as the engineering card. So we need an engineering, we need a science card, and we can do the Tritanium as a science card. So we have the, off the camera, command card. We have, the science card, let me get this right. On the mission here, we need a command. We have 1 command. We need a science. We have a science. We need a command. We have a command. We also have a Tritanium. The only thing we're missing is dilithium. If we had the dilithium here, then we would be able to complete the Doomsday Machine mission. However, we don't have it. So, and if there's no timer on this one, it's just going to keep moving around and pounding us silly until we can find somewhere a dilithium, I hope. All right, back to the board to do threats, move, and fire, and draw 2 new threats, which will then end this episode. Okay, we are into threats, move, and fire. Well, let's start with our trusty Klingon battlecruiser. Moves up 1. It fires directly into our shields for 1 damage to the shields. Of course, we have no shield here at all. Up next, the Doomsday Machine. It's going to go 1 space clockwise over here, and it's going to fire for 2 damage, which is going to blow down our rear shields. So it knocks the rear shield right off the Enterprise. So far, no hull damage though, so that's at least something. That was threats, move, and fire. Now we're into draw 2 new threats. So yep, the threats just to keep coming. And what do we have now? Our first of 2 threats is the Romulan battlecruiser, and comes out in Sector 1. And you can see things ramping up to ugliness fairly quickly in the game. All right, our second threat. Oh great, we get a special threat just to add insult to injury. Kors battlecruiser. All right, let's take a look at Kors battlecruiser right at the bottom here. Roll the die and place a token in a long-range sector, then all Klingon ships gain 1 defense value. So basically, any damaged Klingon ship gets a defense. A Klingon ship at its maximum defense ignores the effect. Well, that's not what we wanted. All right, so we're going to put Core on Sector 3, right here, and our damaged Klingon battlecruiser goes up to 3 hit points again. It is now fully healed. So we've got trouble right there in River City on that side of the ship. And plus the Doomsday Machine is also buzzing around, pounding on us. That was the second threat for Scotty ending his turn. All right, so recapping, we have completed 2 missions. We just need dilithium to complete the Doomsday Machine mission. However, the Doomsday Machine has already been able to completely destroy 2 of our shields. Our hull is still intact, luckily. This shield is damaged. We have a Romulan battlecruiser on one side of us and 2 Klingons on the other side, and that's pretty ugly. All right, well, thanks for watching along on this playthrough of Star Trek Panic. We have Scotty, Sulu, and Chekov trying to complete 5 missions before the Enterprise is completely destroyed. Will it happen? I don't know. Things are looking pretty grim right now. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for the continuation of Star Trek Panic.